Hey guys, Deja Vu here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at two different ways you can use dragons at Town Hall 13. Alright guys, so in this current base meta, honestly, dragons are so super strong right now. I mean, we know at Town Hall 13, ground has been the meta for a while, so the base building is shifting, and we're seeing a lot of single infernos, we're seeing a lot of ground expos, and it's just opening up a lot of options for bases. I don't know if you guys follow like the competitive scene, but even all the pro players, I mean, they are using dragons a lot to get those triples. So today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you two different options on ways you can use dragons to just crush some bases. And these two armies I'm going to be showing you, they are the best ways that you should be using dragons. One's going to be Dragbat and one's going to be Electron Dragon. So I'm going to be sharing with you the what you're looking for in a base and how to pick which strategy you should use, because depending on the base you can switch between those two strategies. It's always good to have like as many armies as you can in your toolbox so you just have more options. Alright, so before we jump into the replay, guys, I want to mention I put out Clash of Clans content every other day. So if you like the content I'm putting out, you like the bases I share with you, please guys support the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it. It really helps me. I put a lot of time into these videos, so that little thing can help me a lot. Also, I have custom giveaways going on in my Discord server right now. So I'm going to go ahead and link that down below. So if you guys want to get in on that, make sure you go ahead and join that. Alright, so let's jump into the first replay. And it's coming from this clan Pro Nation, which is just a clan that we use to do like friendly wars and stuff. Alright, so the first one's coming from, I believe, this one. And the replays, of course, it's coming from none other than Ramirez, which I'm sure you guys have seen him on my channel before if you watch my videos, because this guy is a crazy attacker. I mean, he is so OP, especially at air, like Lalo Dragons, Electro Dragons. This guy, he is crazy good. So any air stuff, this is the guy you want to learn it for. Actually, I just did a Lalo video on this guy where he did a few attacks. I'll go ahead and link that above if you guys want to check that out. Alright, so let's see. The first one's coming on base number 1. Alright, so the first strategy we're going to be taking a look at is going to be Dragbat. And basically what we're looking at when deciding if we should use Dragbat or not is the splash damage defenses. I mean, we're all at Town Hall 13 right now, so we should all know how bats work, but just in case if you don't, splash damage defenses are really the only thing that could kill your bats. So we want to see where they are. We want to take a look at the base and see where we can get the most value for our bats. If we could find an area in the base where the bats can get value, that's when you want to decide if you want to go with Dragbat or not. Also, if we can get the pathing down for the dragons. So let's go ahead and take a look at the base and see where the splash is. Also, we have single infernos. Single infernos are great for bats because single infernos, they just can't keep up with them. So I mean, that's also a great time to use bats, is when the base has single infernos. So you can see here, down here we have, let me bring up the drawing tools. So down here we have a single inferno, we have a wizard. Potentially we could have like froze this area right here. I don't think he ends up going on like on that side. I don't know if something didn't go according to plan. He ends up putting the bats this way. So we have the single inferno over here. So all we really need to do is freeze this wizard tower, because I mean, that's the only thing really over there that could take out the bats. We have both of the scatter shots over here. Remember, those new scatter shots, they are also deadly to bats. So since we have both of those scatter shots, like where we're going to be sending the dragons in over here, we could take them out pretty easy, so they're not going to be a problem. So I mean, you just need to take a look at the base and do a little bit of planning, and if you can get the value for the bats, I'm telling you guys, you're just going to wreck some bases. Alright, let's go ahead and play it. Let's see how he gets it done. So with Dragbat, he's starting with a Sui hero. You want to see where you can get the value for your Sui hero, but you also want to get the pathing down for your dragons. You also want to get pathing down to where your dragons are spread out, not too much. You want them, a good rule of thumb is you want them spread out enough so they're still in range with your warden, and they're basically like one rage spell could fit all of them. So you can see we have some great pathing right here where the dragons aren't going to be, let me go and delete that, that's a bad, guys, I'm not an artist, so forgive me. Okay, but we have some great pathing where the dragons can come in this way, and it's not too big of a spread. It's a narrow funnel, so it's perfect. Also, he's getting a lot of value with the Sui hero. Queen's coming in, going to take out that Town Hall, so we already know we have a safe 2-star. If you can Sui hero a Town Hall and also get pathing down, I mean, you should always use this strategy without a doubt. That is some great value over there. Okay, so we have an Ice Golem coming out of the CC, some minions, so okay, starting the dragons up top around 10-11 o'clock, and I mean, that's a great funnel. Look at this, guys. They're going to funnel straight through. There's nowhere else they can go, basically. Put some dragons over here just to take out this side, just to make sure the core group of dragons go ahead and get to that center of the base. Gonna use that Warden, because since we have both of those scatter shots over there, gonna Warden right over those scatter shots, which is perfect, because otherwise those scatter shots could have been an issue. All right, so let's see. And I think, remember, guys, there's two different ways you can use bats. There's the bat wave and the bat bomb. Depending on the base, bat wave is where you start the bats on like the corner of the base and they come in like a wave. So you're going to see here, he's going with a bat wave right now. The other option is a bat bomb. So say you have like a multi-inferno, single inferno, and a wizard tower. The reason you would switch between a bat bomb is if you can freeze like two splash like damage defenses and just drop the bats right on top and they take out an area of the base. In this situation, it's better he goes with a bat wave because he's going against that single. He doesn't really need a freeze over there. Okay, so you can see here still has a lot of dragons up. Warden's still up. Got that ice golem, not going to be a problem. He pops it where there's not a lot of damage on the dragons. Bat's going to help take out that single, help take out that expo. Bat's getting some good value. I mean, if you could keep the bats up like to the end of the raid, then you're in good shape. Freeze is a single inferno, even though he probably didn't even need a freeze there. Honestly, he could have used a swag free spell because those bats still would have got that single inferno. And look at that, guys. Still has so many dragons up. I'm telling you, Dragbat is making a big comeback. I mean, it was strong at Town Hall 12, and it's making a big comeback. There's so many people using it right now. So you guys definitely want to get out there and practice this. I would say this is the number one dragon army right now. And then we're going to take a look at the next one, which is going to be Electron dragons, which is also super strong depending on the base. So let me leave this up. Go ahead and screenshot this. And we're going to go ahead and jump into the other replay. It's actually coming in on my other Town Hall 13. So I'm going to go ahead and hop on that and we'll be right back. So the next replay is coming over in crunch time with our friendly war against Costa Rica. And honestly, guys, this war, it was a great war. I mean, we had some crazy good attacks here. So keep a lookout because I'm sure there's going to be more videos with some of the attacks from this war. So the replay's coming on base number 20, I believe, from Lord Evil. Another OP air attacker. We got some great air attackers over in crunch time. Okay, and it's going to be, like I said before, it's going to be the Electron Dragon. So on this base, we couldn't really get any value from the bats. So that's when you decide you want to go with the Electron Dragon instead. Basically, what you want to do with the Electron Dragon, like the main focus, you're basically sending in that Battle Blimp. Remember, at Town Hall 13, like with the latest update, the Battle Blimp has extra death damage now, which just makes the Blimp so OP. So basically, you're going to be sending that Blimp into a section of the base with that clone spell, and it just destroys a section. And then you want to use your Sui hero, you want to funnel the dragons in just like last time, and you want to get pathing for them. So let's go ahead and roll it, and let's see how he got it done. Looks like he's going with 9 dragons using an E-Drag also. Has an Ice Golem, probably to tank for the Sui hero. If there's a lot of damage where you're putting your Sui hero, that Ice Golem could just help them get a little bit farther. Okay, so he's starting the Blimp. Remember, guys, when putting your Blimp, you always want to pay attention to where the sweepers are. So we have a sweeper pointing this way, a sweeper pointing that way, so sweepers aren't an issue. You want to make sure your Blimp gets where you want it to go. So definitely always take a look at the base. Don't just try to send the Blimp into a random spot and think it's going to make it. You guys need to plan it out a little bit. So sending the Blimp in there, you want to send the Blimp where you're going to get some value, and like I said, also get the pathing for the dragon. So he gets an air defense down and he gets a Inferno Tower down. That's some good value right there. Also going to get down some of those hidden Teslas. And you can already see the pathing for the dragons. Just taking out that section right there is going to make the pathing. So he's going to go with an E-Drag over here, basically the funnel, all this stuff over here. So the Blimp took out this section. So you can see where the pathing is. The dragons are going to come in right there. Remember, like I said before, you want to have a narrow path where you can fit a rage down, just like I said in the last replay. And you can already see the pathing for the dragons. They're going to come this way, and they have like a nice little L shape. He's going to use the Sui Queen this way to take out that air defense and this line of defenses. So he has a nice little funnel there. Puts the dragons down. Make sure when you put your dragons, you always put the Coco Loons in front of them so you can pick up any mines or anything like that. So puts the loons down, puts the dragons down. Still has that E-Drag up that he used for funnel. So getting double value out of the E-Drag. Dragons moving in. King up there. King on king. And I like how he did the late queen over here. That just shows you don't, when doing a Sui hero, you don't always have to put the queen down to use for the funnel. I mean, use your troops like the best you can. That's pretty smart. Putting the queen down a little bit late, and that's some good value. Taking out this whole line of defenses right there. Got an air defense down. If you can with your Sui hero, try to get an air defense down, definitely. And there you go, guys. Look at this. Another triple. Still has the RC up. Still has the king up. Still has a lot of dragons up. Warden still up. I mean, I'm telling you guys, if you could find the right bases right now, dragons are killing it. I'm telling you. I mean, it does depend on the base a little bit. You need to find the bases with the ground expos, the bases that are meant to defend Yetis and hybrid. It makes room for these dragons to come in and pull out some easy triples. So guys, what I want you to do is train up these two armies and try them out, and I want your feedback. Let me know, have you been using dragons? I want to know how they're working for you guys. So definitely give me some feedback, comment down below, and as always guys, thank you for tuning in.